It's Need for Speed time, Brad.
Man, my favorite time of year.
Yeah, it's Need for Speed o'clock. They took a year off.
Yes.
And this is the result. A game simply called Need for Speed.
Yeah, what was the... Wait, don't tell me. Hang on. I got nothing. What was it? The last one. Why can I...
Rivals.
Rivals, yes,
Need for Speed Rivals.
Okay, it was Hot Pursuit, then Most Wanted, then Rivals. Right?
And Rivals was kind of like their open world, you're always connected, blah, 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 so on and so forth.
Yes,
this is kind of that again.
Oh.
But they added a bunch of FMV, and I'm
so I hear.
So I tried to queue up my progress to where we could get the maximum amount of FMV right up front.
Okay.
This stuff is mind-blowing.
In a good way?
So, do you remember the original Need for Speed Most Wanted? Razor Callahan.
I never actually played it. I hate to admit that.
I don't mean playing it. Like, it was a great game, but
to this
playing
day,
it was not the...
Oh, I know, but I've never seen it. I've never sat down and actually watched all that shit.
Okay,
and to this day, I think about going out and tracking down a copy of it.
It was a good game. It was a good game. I don't know how well it would hold up these days, but Razor Callahan.
Yes, I am eminently familiar with that gentleman.
He was number 15 on the blacklist.
Okay.
You needed to earn a lot of rep before you could face him.
Was he actually the full-on bad guy, or was he just one of many?
He was the. I mean, he was the guy you fought at the end of the game, basically, in car form, car fights.
Okay. Who's Daily Challenge guy? He looks super stoked.
He's like, hey, daily challenges. I don't know. Let's see what our daily challenges are. Get a $1,000 fine from speeding. Win in a drift.
Whoa.
Okay.
That guy just rolled in off the street.
Yeah, so that's they've got some FMV in here. Near miss 10 vehicles during a pursuit. Okay, that all seems doable. So the whole thing that they're trying to push here is like 5 different ways to play, like Outlaw, which is like you're outrunning the cops, and Speed and Style, and tuning your car. So they have kind of you different things you do while you drive. It's kind of how they build the progression, but it's not that actually integrated into things from what I've seen so far. Let's play Need for Speed.
All right. I want to see this as I try to turn up my headphones here. Last day without producers.
Yeah, this. We hope.
Well, I guess that remains to be seen. But
yeah.
Let's see. Is that yours? Is that mine? Yep. There we go.
You should be on 2.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Yeah, so this takes place in Ventura Bay, which is their new open world, and it's almost always nighttime. If it's not nighttime, it's like the sun is kind of coming up. Nice. And then you go into a cutscene or go into the garage and come out, and it's just night again. Like, it seems like it's never actually daytime.
That's awesome.
And this is the Xbox One version of the game. It launched early on EA Access, the thing that they do. This is not it's like a 10-hour trial you can play if you're a member there. This is the full access.
I consistently forget that thing is still running. That seems like the kind of thing they would have done for like 12 months and be like, quietly shut it down.
It seems like if you want to play older sports games, it's the place for you.
Well,
but I think Dragon Age is in there now. I don't know.
Yeah, we
got to take a phone call.
Oh.
You see?
What's up, Robin?
Buzz, right? Can't stop now. There's a meet a few blocks away. We should hit that up too. See you there.
The Air Force is now in your game.
Yeah, so people are kind of constantly joining and quitting and stuff. And if we go to the map, you can kind of see some of that in the form of there are probably some other user icons somewhere around here doing something somewhere. Maybe not. So if, since it's live in EA Access, so we can run into other players out here. But it's not fully out. So playing last night, I ran into other players that were connected to the game, but never really found anything to do with them, which is my big complaint from Rivals. So I'm not sure that they changed anything there after playing it for a few hours here. So as you see here on the right side, we've got our our meaningful missions here. And as I said, I queued it up so that 3 of those 4 things are going to lead us to cutscenes.
All right, great.
All right, do you want to meet Spike at the Longhorn, meet Manu at the bunker, or meet the entire gang at the diner? Keep in mind that those 2 guys are also in the gang, so they're in multiple places at the same time.
I don't know if I'm feeling more speed or more style.
Let's go with speed so we can meet Spike. He's the first person you meet in this thing, and he's the jitteriest of the bunch.
Is he tweaking?
These guys, look, okay, no, let's watch these cutscenes, and then afterwards we can discuss this crew of characters here. Oh, it only lets me route. It won't let me just teleport there.
Oh, is there fast travel around?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can just fast travel to the start of any event when you're out on the road. So let's just do that. And maybe it's because it's probably because I'm in the garage right now.
Just had an Amy mission pop up also?
Oh, yeah. Wait, we're getting all kinds of phone calls.
Man, your phone's blowing up.
I'm not sure. I mean,
And it's this weird thing where sometimes your calls are calls between other people, and you just get to listen to members.
It's like they conferenced you in.
Yeah.
Most I've never seen on the streets, unless 5-0 is on the ass.
hey, Spiky, what gives?
Hey,
It's like some kind of weird push-to-talk voice chat thing, because it makes all these weird Skype noises as they're coming in and out.
no can do, buddy.
It's called Blah. The name of their service is called Blah.
That's really good.
Yeah, sorry, Spike. I have plans.
Hey, whatever. It's cool. Later.
So you'll get these calls like mid-race.
Huh.
And you hit the button to take the call. You can always like go listen to it later.
There's only one reason for that. Right, meet me over there, dude. Pronto. Oh yeah, the bunker. It's Manu's hangout. It's like this abandoned underground place. It's pretty seedy, but it's fun. You'll love it. Peace out.
What? Another call
Man.
here. I think it's because we booted up. And okay, so this is like this is a call I got last night while playing to set up the next event. Like after I finished his previous mission, that's the call I got. So
Okay.
it's like feeding those to me again, which is weird.
Does his user icon have the deal with it sunglasses on?
It might. Spike sucks.
Okay. Like,
That's Spike there. That's the
yeah, but
user
aren't
icon.
those the?
Oh, I guess so.
I can't
yeah,
tell
I
from
guess
here.
so. I guess so. Okay, this was the call we got from Amy.
Hey, man. I know some guys who only play with rocket ships like yours. Exclusive club. Understand? And if you're game, and not many are, you can get in on that. Just be careful. These boys play hard. Let me know.
Is there like a story?
You're a no. I'm going to say no, but maybe. This might erupt into a story at any point because you meet up with these characters at the very beginning. Apparently, like, Spike liked the way you race and took him to this dude named Travis. And Travis rolls with these people, and you see Travis occasionally, and he's the most methed out looking of them all. But he only shows up from time to time. These are the guys you kind of see around and give many FMV fist bumps to. And it's not so much a story as it is like, oh, you seem to race good. Why don't you race with us? All right, let's get out there and race. Yo, man, you killed it on that race. Let's race.
Okay.
That's been the story so
That's the
far.
extent
But
of
then
it.
I started getting text messages from this question mark thing, Outlaw, and that's the go fuck with the cops missions.
Okay.
And it seems like the diner meetup is actually an Outlaw thing. We're gonna go meet up with them, and they're gonna be talking about who the Outlaw is or something like that. I don't know. Let's go meet Spike at the Longhorn. You can strap parts onto your car. It raises horsepower, all this other stuff.
Sure.
You unlock parts by leveling up and completing certain chains of missions. So, like, Amy is the builder. So, if you finish more Amy missions, you get access to Amy's parts and such.
Amy Under the Hood.
Yeah, you can find her on Blah at Amy Under the Hood. I put a spoiler on my car. This is still the car I started with. It seems like okay, wait.
Travis, come on, man. You're telling me you don't know anything. How many different ways you want me to say it?
I just don't get it. Someone's gotta know something.
Well, they wouldn't be very good super secret underground outlaw dudes if everybody knew who they were now, would they?
You should have seen them,
This
bro.
looks pretty good.
Oh, cray, man.
Yeah, that hitching that just happened, I had not seen a lot of that up to this point. So,
Everything's all wet and shiny.
wait, am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way.
Moment and chill at the diner.
Is it also always raining around the clock?
It rains a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wet roads. They're really leaning into the things that.
Some split rims and I ain't missing these babies.
Oh, what? No, that's not true. This controller is turned on. I don't know what's. Jeez.
Probably worth pointing out we have the NXOE installed on this Xbox.
Yeah.
Preview dashboard, and that thing is kind of flaky.
But not flaky in the ways that was flaky just now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've got nitrous, and you see here, kind of as I do things in a burnout like fashion, it's kind of giving me different. I was trying to turn around there, but I guess I don't actually need to. Oh geez. It's got me taking non-roads to get where we're going.
I just realized I have not gotten over the compulsion to strap a balloon to those things yet.
Yeah.
I figured I'd be past that by now.
Oh, the cops have seen me.
Is that just because you were driving all crazy? Or
Yeah, probably.
Or do they just get on you no matter what every time they see you?
Your car will eventually get a heat level, and then that would cause them to get on you nonstop. But I don't think I've reached that heat level quite yet. I'm not sure. All right, we outran the cops.
That seemed pretty easy.
Yeah, it seems like, you'll get spotted by the cops, and if you want to engage with them to complete an objective or something like that, you can always do that. But if you want to just outrun them immediately,
Whoa.
yeah, sometimes you catch an edge and die for real.
Dude, that was super burnout.
Yeah. Jeez. It seems like you'll have the opportunity to get away from the cops pretty easily at the start of a chase if you want to. I feel like when I started playing this game, it was drawing arrows on the road when I was going from one location to the other, and at some point it stopped doing that when I'm not in a race, like a proper event. Like, I've plotted my destination and it's leading me there on the map, but it seems like the arrows are not showing up the way they used to.
Is there a way to toggle that on and off, maybe?
I don't know. I was hitting the D-pad thinking that might be the way to do it. Let's just go to the map and see if we can fast travel now that we're out in the world and just get here. Yeah.
There's like a lot of currencies in this. You've got S, you've got R.
So those are the different the career paths. That's style, speed.
Oh, weird. So is it just like experience points?
No, they all feed into one level. This crew.
Oh.
Yeah, this hitching.
That's a bummer.
Did not happen for me at home, where I'm also running the same firmware, by the way. That song's called Cocaine, but Riff Raff replaced the words with video game. We were up all night playing video games.
Oh, man.
Yo, my man.
Yes!
It's the spike?
Yes.
Is that just
there are so many
fist
bumps in this game. There are so many cans of Monster. Like, one of the first things that happen in this game is it pans across a dude wearing a Monster jacket and Monster hat, and everyone at his table is drinking Monster.
That's great.
This bunch of amazing Porsches, man. He set a new style. He even owns his own goddamn bridge. Yeah. See, that could be us, bro. Spike Bridge. Damn, I like the sound of that. See, Magnus, he knows Ventura Bay like the back of his hand. He runs this.
They allude to him being way into caffeine and energy drinks at one point, but that's not the vibe I'm getting off of Spike.
He looks a little sweaty.
Learn the spots, know the players, respect the game. You feel me?
Wow, you're getting the full service tonight. Whatever you do, don't ask him about Magnus Walker.
Too late. I'm just getting started, baby. We want to get to Magnus. We got to show him we're worthy. When we smash that legendary run of it, and they'll have to come back at us.
Now keep in mind they're talking about racing well and not murdering each other.
Right.
That's Manu in the background. Isn't he supposed to be waiting for us somewhere else?
Let it go, Robin.
I know.
Yeah, you totally have an objective to go see him somewhere.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff
That's
like
weird.
that, where like the crew gets together and splits up and all this other stuff and all the cutscenes, like, since you can kind of play a lot of stuff in any order, it leads to a lot of situations where none of it makes any fucking sense.
So how are you feeling about the FMV in general?
It's fucking terrible. It's so good though.
Like fully in the context of the expectations that the series brings with it.
This is the closest they've gotten to Most Wanted.
Okay.
But it's for a new generation.
Yeah.
Like, all these people are assholes.
Sure.
Like, they're the worst looking fucking batch of low end counterfeit Xanax dealers in the world. They just happen to like racing also. Okay. Like, this whole crew just looks like a bunch of fucking clowns, and they act horribly, and there's just nonstop fucking fist bumps. Did they shoot this 3 years ago when people were still fist bumping each other? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so good. And it's awful.
That sounds like a pretty strong recommendation.
You can, so I'm using the default kind of setting for handling model and stuff. It's one of the things they actually let you configure in the garage. You can have more grippy feeling driving. You can kick it out, have it so the drifts feel like more like a Burnout game.
Like all that's like independent of the way that you like to actually tune your car?
Yeah, well, that is how you tune your car, and then that's separate from the parts. Like, the parts will have some sort of impact, but not,
You don't have to buy your way into that stuff?
Yeah, exactly. And that's been, I actually like how it's been right out of the gate so far, but I've messed around with it a little bit, and it seems like you can kind of get where you want to get depending on which Need for Speed or Burnout games you like.
Huh.
And that's
cool.
Kind of cool, yeah. Okay, so we have the Outlaw one at the diner. Let's do that one last, but let's go see Manu at the bunker. Let's just get all these cutscenes.
I hear a lot of things about Manu.
Let's get all these cutscenes going up front. Manu was the guy with the hair in the background of that shot.
All right.
And the blonde lady was Robin. We have not seen Amy yet, or Travis.
Amy under the hood.
Yeah. Oh man, Spike was calling, but we started the cutscene instead. It seems like they'll call you and say, hey, let's do this event, and if you don't do it, they'll call up and be like, hey, where are you?
Check this out.
You have much to learn, young grasshopper.
You know I was there, man.
This rough and tumble fun group hanging out.
Visualizing. Besides, meditation is about being more present, Spike. I'm drifting off into oblivion.
You get plenty of time for that.
Also, he's the philosopher.
I'm sure.
Yeah. See, he's the philosophizing.
What's your point?
You don't sit on your comfy ass, Matt, getting present before a race, man. No, you get pumped, blast some tunes or something, man.
Okay.
They just keep looking at you for approval or like reminding you that you're supposed to be there.
You know about Ken Block, right?
Again with the block, man.
Hoonage for days, son.
Oh, man.
His Gymkhana tubes.
Oh, of course.
What kind of tubes?
Watching an action movie, except it's real, you know? Yeah, you've probably seen this already, but always worth checking his latest stuff. I'll text you the link. Yeah, consider it inspiration.
There are Gymkhana events later on in the game. And Ken Block's a real person, by the way, in case you didn't know that.
Wait, who? What? Who?
Ken Block is the guy that does all those Gymkhana videos that are all super popular.
Okay.
Wait, did that have a fist bump in it? I was trying to keep count. Or was
it
it
was
just
more
a
of a-
was it just a
It's more of a slap. Like
clasp?
kinda, yeah.
Okay.
That guy doesn't seem
Good.
like a
That makes me like Manu more.
Yeah, that dude doesn't seem like much of a fist bumper. He's too present for that.
I'm pretty sure he fist bumped me earlier. Okay.
Who do you? Well, oh, you got to take a call.
I was thinking, right? Magnus, he ain't no Superman, right? So all we gotta do is do what he did. We run some races, we learn the streets. Only then are we gonna get in tune with him, right? I'll keep you posted.
Who do you think these guys are? Like, are they just like struggling LA actors? Like, where do you think they cast this thing?
Yeah,
Like,
they probably just, it's just a central casting call or something, right? I don't know. Razor Callahan had done some soap opera work, I believe.
Okay.
Back in his day, so.
And then, of course, Most Wanted really launched his career.
Right, post Most Wanted, Razor Callahan, he changed his name to Razor Callahan, in fact. Wait, what am I getting honked at? What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, fuck that guy. All right, I think we got one more cutscene to see here at the diner before we actually go drive for real.
Yeah, I kind of keep forgetting that there's actually a racing game in here.
And this one seems like it could be kind of pivotal because it's the first one around the outlaw stuff. That stuff doesn't show up at the start of the game. It eventually kind of leans into the, hey man, you could be bad about the cops.
I'm trying to think, like, what is the history of them trying to recapture the spirit of Most Wanted? Like,
well, the game after Most Wanted actually had one of the characters from Most Wanted in it.
Okay.
The cop was in it.
Okay. But there wasn't as much video, right? They got away from that stuff.
They slowly got away from it. I mean, if you think about it, the original Need for Speed had FMV in it, like the legacy of the franchise.
Sure.
That asshole.
But that
from
kind
the
of video,
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time I think they've really recaptured that, whether they are doing it deliberately or not.
I mean, they did the one with Maggie Q. It was an
that was undercover. That was terrible.
But
that's
not.
Amy.
These guys
Okay.
busted through in, like these sleepers, right? 5-0 screaming after him, man.
I'm with Travis on this one. Okay.
Ah, yes, 5-0.
Pay up. Peace out.
Overalls. That means that she likes to work on cars.
Yep, you've nailed it.
All right.
Multiple offenses. You're gonna need bail money.
True, but you can't outrun the cops if you know how. You drive a Ratty Z like that, dude, you pull into a parking lot and poof, you disappear.
Man, you nuts. Ghetto Bird be on you in a second. Next thing you know, you on the 10 o'clock news. Mugshot screaming, sorry, moms.
Exactly. These cop baiters mess it up for the rest of us.
Stay away from downtown's what I always say.
Yeah.
You've never been tempted to run, just to see if you could pull it off.
Not really.
Yo, dude. What kind of crew you running with these days, huh? You got prize we should know about?
Relax, man. Relax. You don't find those guys. They find you. Dude looks like they're driving your dad's car. Then, poof. They smoke you at the lights and disappear into the night.
This is heavy. Everyone very present in the scene, really getting it done. Really getting
It's like
it done.
real actors workshop kind of stuff.
Yo, man, I gotta get out of the city. Cops are all over me for some reason.
Hey, you guys there?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Manu seems like the most okay of these people, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds all right.
Not that any of them are necessarily all the way okay.
When you headed up?
Soon.
Okay. Well, let me tie a few things off here.
Cool. See you up there.
It's hard to get a sense of what the time frame this game is taking place in. If it's like over the course of one night or something, but he's always like, I gotta get out of town. But we're going, you know, a mile away to where these other race events are. It's not actually out of town. There's some collectibles in the environment, parts you can find out there, and if we can get there, donut spots.
Oh, great. Purple glaze. Donut to collect. Oh, that's great. That's...
All right, we have collected that one.
Donut to collect is probably the best prompt I've seen in a very long time.
Press X to donut with respect. Oh, well, some cop business here. So this will happen mid-race and stuff like that, you know, kind of like
getting
before.
fined like that?
No, so I haven't been fined. If I pull over right now, I'll get fined.
So wait, did you just outrun it? Like what?
No, so now I'm in the cooldown phase. Now I am outrunning it.
Okay.
If you want to string them along, it'll turn red, that thing on the left, and it'll count up instead of down to let you know how long your race is, how long your chase has gone. This is another kind of form of collectible here. Other racers in the world here, you can kind of just, well.
That
might actually be, no, that might be
a fake player?
That is a fake player.
Patrick Starr does not sound like a real game
It did not pop
attack.
up so normally when you get it behind a guy, it'll let you start an event.
Okay.
Oh, we got a text from, so the text sucks because that means you gotta stop, but since it's an online game, you kind of can't.
Hey man, don't text and drive.
Yeah. Smash through 2 roadblocks in a single pursuit and escape. I have not seen a roadblock yet, so. Knocking over your drinks, man.
Yep.
Fuck, bro. All right, so what do we have here? We've got this Amy race, beat the trial. So it's like you see Amy is in the Manu race right now also. So they kind of just keep these characters kind of in everything in kind of a weird way. But let's see here. Let's go do this drift trial.
You spend much time just driving around? Like, is it fun to explore the world, or do you just kind of want to jump from event to event?
I kind of just want to jump from event to event.
Yeah.
I've driven some places because it's like, you know, you're earning rep as you go.
Right.
So it becomes valuable for you to just kind of do that to level up and unlock more parts. But I have not been doing a ton of it.
Okay, clock's ticking. Get ready to roll.
We're playing the Xbox One version of the game, as we've said before. It uses the impulse triggers, but it's no Forza in that respect. So this is a drift trial. Like they're here, but we don't have to like necessarily beat them. We just have to get 20,000 drift points by the end of this run. If I brush the side like that, I don't get any points at all. Having other cars here actually makes this kind of a hassle.
Be cool, Manu.
Yeah. It seems like they could have cases where they call you and say, hey, why are you bumping into my car? I thought we were cool. Like, it just seems like there's just like stuff like that that's missing that would be cool if it was there. Ah, shit. I am not doing great. That counted.
Well, it was a decent drift.
Yeah, I kind of didn't keep the angle going. You can pull it all the way around. I can also kind of just cheaply get some points there because this isn't like governed by time.
So like none of this hitching that you're seeing was happening
at
your house? Okay, just to be clear, because it's kind of starting to add up a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. It's we're running off an external drive, which is how I was running at home. Nice USB 3. Oops. Yeah, well, whatever. So I finished this trial. Like, that's it. You know, if you want to compete with other players and stuff like that, they do have the speed wall in place. That kind of is, you know, a per event leaderboard. If you care about that sort of thing. And I'm mostly popping the e-brake for these, but it's actually, if you get really going, you know, these kind of like gentle curves, it's really easy just to tap the brake and drift, and that's actually fun. That's one of the things that, like, you know, as you kind of tune your car, you can kind of get the drifting and the, you know, how well it grips and all that sort of stuff to adjust to your liking.
That's cool. Is it easy to just go back in and...
It's a slider. You just go to the garage and it's just set a slider.
Oh, geez, that's... Does it seem like people who want more out of it would see that as it being kind of dumbed down? Or, I mean, I guess the series has never been that serious.
It's more about, like, you know, like Need for Speed and Burnout, and, you know, the games that this crew has worked on over the years have all had kind of wildly different types of drifting.
Right.
And, you know, back at E3, the way they were describing it is like trying to get to where, like, whatever, no matter which Need for Speed you liked, you can kind of get it to drive like that.
That's cool.
Kick-ass. Plenty of mountain left to shred, bro, from what I hear. Cops ain't getting any less down below. Let's roll.
So that phone call unlocked another mission for us to go try, you know. You know, I got nitrous because I bought it and put it on my car. And as you go, you earn XP and you earn money, and you use the money to buy parts and additional cars. Seems like you can have up to 5 cars at a time. I've just got this one. And I haven't figured out, maybe it's something that you do when you buy a car, and that's why I haven't seen it yet, but I have not figured out how to paint my car. Like, I know that there's stuff in there referring to changing the color of your car and a wrap editor for vinyls and stuff like that, but I haven't seen any of that yet, which is a little weird. And let's see, what else is there? One other thing on the scoring, so you see it'll pop up drifting, destruction, all that sort of stuff. Like, those are kind of tied into the different disciplines of build and outlaw and all that other stuff. They have something that they call the perfect moment, which is when you kind of build a combo using all the different disciplines and kind of get them all going at once. It'll pop up and say perfect moment. It's kind of a neat idea, but I got my perfect moment by overshooting a turn and accidentally crashing through some boxes and trying to do an e-brake turn, and it was like this very broken moment on my end.
Yo, stranger. If you don't know who this is by now, you're dead to me. Kidding. You gonna show up or what? Be nice if you did. So, see you soon?
That's just like a reminder that
because you've got a mission pending.
I've got a mission pending with her, and that I've not shown up to yet. That's one of the other collectibles, the Vistas. I feel like I haven't played this game long, and I've already found 10 of those, which makes me feel like this game is small.
Yeah, the map did not seem enormous. I'm looking at it.
So this is zoomed all the way out,
okay.
And so these are our roads. You see there now. We see some other players that are in there doing some stuff.
That's kind of neat with a little gamer picture floating around.
Yeah, that's how they did it in Rivals.
That looks cool
as well.
I mean, it's, you know, this doesn't look like.
And I guess that just does that. Okay.
This doesn't look unreasonably small, but.
Yeah, the thing to me that made the game feel small was here. If we go up to My Need for Speed, is it here? No, I'm sorry, it's here. No, it's not there either. Oh Jesus, just events. That was it. 15 out of 79, so 79 different events, and there's some stuff where, like, you know, I feel like I haven't been playing this game very long, and I've already done 37% of the drift trials.
Right.
You know, and there, you know, I have not seen a time attack yet. I've seen some time trial, seen some touge.
What?
It's like a mountain drift race.
Ah, okay.
You know, have not seen any Gymkhana yet. Have not seen any drift train.
Car culture is weird,
and it's only got weirder.
Yeah. Well, it's gotten weird and like compartmentalized.
Yeah, and I feel like this game, like a lot of this game, talks about tuner culture.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of ways, you're building your car. You have these guys that are just kind of like, and maybe that's where it kind of ranks up over time. Because if you're going to run into like Ken Block, there's no way you'd just be like some dumb street racer.
Right.
So maybe it gets a little more, you know, upper echelon professional racing at some point in the story or whatever. But like, I don't know, like I look at the cars that are available for purchase, and it, you know, it eventually goes where all these games go, where it's like, here's a bunch of Ferraris, and like that's not, like, I'm more into the tuner aspect of it, where it's like I want to dig deep onto, you know, kind of stock cars that have been modified all to hell.
Sure.
And there are some of those cars in here.
Yeah.
Clearly, but like at the same time, it doesn't feel like it maybe has enough of that.
Go back to events real quick. I think that's where you just were, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe not.
Oh, don't hit B.
It was that menu with the previous games on it. Wherever you just were a minute ago. It's not a big deal, but...
That previous Need for Speed games on it?
There was that, and there was a thing on there that said, "What it do, nephew?"
Oh yeah, so I made that.
Oh, okay.
That's your user icon.
I wanted to know what that was.
They had an app that they put out alongside Rivals that let you upload like your Need for Speed app thing.
Got it.
That's from the Snoop Dogg photo app.
Got it.
And I believe that is some Persona cosplay. I just threw that onto an image and then said, "Fuck it, I need to test this thing out."
That's
Let's
really good.
This.
What's up with the previous games? Does that like unlock stuff or?
Where is that?
In the far right, it says games played, and it's like cycling through. Like it was showing like The Run a minute ago. Remember that?
Well, okay.
Can you drill into that or?
No.
Or is that just a hey? Remember these?
It just looks like I played those.
Because you played them.
Yeah, you played Most Wanted. That's right, I did. Yep, I played Rivals. Yeah, there's nothing to drill into here.
Weird.
That's strange. But yeah, like, you know, I'm 3 hours in and I have 26% game completion, according to that thing up in the right. So this feels slight in a way.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, you know, it has this crew play thing for the multiplayer stuff, but like, I think this is just showing people that are in the game with me right now. It has not been very forthcoming about what the multiplayer is in this thing.
And you're gonna be a no-show? These guys don't give out invites to everyone.
Amy's not having it.
All right. Let's go to the map. Let's do the Amy event.
Are you talking about just the multiplayer that you like drive up to a person and initiate, or is there something else?
So I've not driven up to another player and initiated anything. I don't know how that works, if that works, what that does. It seems like when you start an event, other players might get the option to join. That's how I remember it being at E3. But I just don't, like, I feel like it's the same problem I had with Rivals, where it's like these people are here, but they're off doing their own thing. They're not near you. You never see them. They don't matter. And I think that's really strange. That's a really awkward way to go with this. Let's do this one.
It's like at most you might just drive by somebody every 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but then
and Rivals was built around like all of you outrunning the cops at the same time, and all that other stuff. And you know, I liked the multiplayer, the cops versus criminals multiplayer with the spike strips and all that stuff that they've done before. I thought that was really good.
Hot Pursuit, I thought it was really, really entertaining.
You know, I don't know that they necessarily need to have that in every game, but this. If I'm talking about Rivals, and because I just don't know what the multiplayer is here yet. Rivals didn't have any reason for you to ever get together with another player. And that was frustrating.
It's kind of crazy in a game called Rivals.
Yeah, because it was all, you know, checkpoint stuff. Speaking of checkpoint stuff, we're doing a time attack. That's a bad way to start a time attack, Brad. And also, I should point out that this is actually restarting an event in cases where you fuck up is not a rapid experience. It's not a rapid process. So we do that, then it bops us all the way out of the event. We have to hit the button to start the event again, and then we go back.
That seems kind of silly.
Yeah, and then we have to listen to this again. And you know, this game does what a lot of driving games do, or you know, you run into a situation occasionally where like, oh, you fucked up at the very end of an event and everyone passed you. Like the AI rubber banding is noticeable and frustrating.
That sucks.
It's very easy to pass them, but then they'll pass you out of nowhere, and it's like they're just clearly trying to keep it close. So it's one of those things where like you can do whatever you want within reason, and it doesn't really matter until the last little stretch. So if you mess up at the last little stretch, you're going to finish last. Otherwise, you're going to finish, you know, first or second.
That's no good. Wait, is Amy in this race?
Yeah.
Okay.
Along with these other AI characters like John.
John. It's a street name.
Yeah. It's not his government. He doesn't just give that out to anybody. Like a lot of Need for Speed games, I feel like I drive this one from the map. You know, like you're just spending a lot of time staring at the map for where the, oh shit, I super fucked up.
That's, yeah, there's your late race screw up. And now everybody's ahead of you. Well, those guys fucked up too.
All right, well.
In fact, you kind of made them fuck up, so that was not the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
I guess this is Frostbite again.
I assume so. Yeah.
It really looks nice.
I believe that's the case. Yeah, I think it is a nice looking game for sure. They get their wet streets down really well. And the city skyline, like the buildings you see downtown and stuff like that, are pretty cool.
I think you're just kind of running this thing.
Yeah, it seems like I'm doing okay. So the time attack event, this is the first time attack I think I've done, and it's just like I think I have to race until time expires, and as long as I've been the one that's been getting there fast, I'll win.
What's that horsepower requirement?
I probably couldn't get into this race until I had 350 horsepower.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I was gonna say it's not like the horsepower is not something you just like build up during the race or whatever.
Right. No. You may have noticed that this is an incredibly short loop.
Yeah.
That we're driving.
Yeah, kinda.
There have been multiple events that are like this, where it's been like, hey, here's this really short track, but usually, so far, they've all been drift events, where it's like just like drifting in a circle for 2 minutes. Not the best use of their open world in some of these cases. We won.
You went fast.
Yeah. Message. New personal best. There's one cutscene pretty early on, has 3 fist bumps in it.
That's a lot of fist bumps.
There were like 4 fist bumps in the first 15 or 20 minutes of this game.
That's pretty good.
They're all first-person FMV
yeah,
fist bumps.
I was gonna say the fact that you, the player character, has a fist there that comes out.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
I gotta run, but let's catch up soon.
So I wonder if by completing, let's go back to the garage. I completed some of her missions, and I got an achievement there for completing her high horsepower mission. 350 horsepower is not that high. What?
Dude, I know you haven't parked that ride because you're still running the streets. Rev it up and haul ass over here. Come on.
Spike's got stuff to do.
Yeah. Spike ain't never coming down.
It's always on the move.
Yeah. He has been up for, okay, here we go. So I unlocked, this was listed as unavailable for a good long time.
All right.
And now we can.
What's a wrap? Is that like decals?
Yeah.
vinyls.
Decals. This is a slow-moving slider.
Also, is it doing anything?
Do I have to pause here for...
Yeah, does it take a second to load in? Like, where...
Oh, it's a saturation thing.
It's because you set the white. Oh, so if you go back up, you might be able to cycle through now. There you go.
Yeah. I actually liked where we had it, actually. What do you think about that?
That's all right.
All right. Maybe darken it a little bit.
Whoa.
Matte finish.
Okay.
I don't know about you, man. As a commuter, I'm on the road a lot. And every time I see a car that's got a matte finish, I get fucking amped.
Yeah.
Because it just looks fucking tough.
Yeah, sure.
Like a black matte, just like, what the fuck are they doing in that car? Are they murdering people? We could put a clear coat on it.
Robbing banks.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of like that metallic look. That's a weird looking look.
Matte has always had like an unfinished. I mean, obviously, it literally is unfinished.
Yeah.
But
like it's like they sprayed it with primer, but it still looks really nice.
Right.
It's like a meticulous primer job or something. What sort of brands can we put on our car? Okay, tribal shapes. This is a driving game.
Yep.
Confirmed. You can put that that's, you know, that's.
That's pretty good.
All right. Can I remove? I want to get this fucking thing off the car. That one too. You shouldn't look the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in like not stickering up your race car.
Don't call attention to yourself.
Yeah. Just put a cat on there. No one suspects the cat car is out there getting it done, you know? I guess the carbon fiber hood is probably a dead fucking giveaway. All right. Let's do that. I don't feel like I need to save this, but all right. Apply. Oh, okay. I see.
Wait.
Presets and then mine.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. Visual customization, you know, change out the hood. We have not unlocked headlights yet.
Wait, what? Or you mean headlights that you can swap?
Yeah, I cannot swap the headlights until we hit level 20. So I've unlocked a lot of these customization points already, but like, you know, there's still a few here.
Is there any underlighting you can do?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Diffuser. I don't actually know what a diffuser is in this context.
Is that a lighting thing? It might be.
It might be. Okay, so we have rear fenders. I have not been able. Okay, this is my one option for rear fenders. So let's take it.
So again, that's not actually affecting handling?
No, that's a cosmetic
This is
thing.
all cosmetic?
That stuff's all cosmetic.
Huh.
The handling stuff is here in these handling tuning sliders.
Okay.
So you can kind of just do it here as an overall thing, you know, grip to drift, and it'll make these adjustments here. Or you can get into the kind of, I was going to say nitty gritty. This is maybe not nitty or gritty in a simulation fashion, but it's, you know, there's more to it.
It seems like a neat balance. Like you get some control, but not enough to like overwhelm people that are afraid of like, you know, changing out a camshaft or I don't even know what the fuck that is.
And if you don't give a shit about this stuff, you can just work the main slider to do things here. Going all the way to drift is a bit much.
Yeah.
But then I'm sure going all the way to grip is probably also unpleasant. Okay, so this is how they present the parts, which I think is not maybe the slickest way to do it. These big icons. Let's see, have we unlocked the next ECU? We've not. Another engine block? Nope, level 20 for the next engine block. Level 34 for the next cam.
Pesky camshaft.
Okay, that's an Amy's Missions thing. We apparently have not gone to that point yet. Same there. Exhaust system. Okay, we could, yeah, all right, let's buy a better exhaust. We'll get 11 more horsepower, 2 more top speed, and some more torque. Have I unlocked the next clutch? Nope. Okay, level 26 for that. You know, nitrous you can set how you want it to charge. If you want time refill or action refill. Action refill is like, hey, drive wild and you'll get more nitrous. Time just is a, you know, slow increase. There are some things on your car you can't customize until you purchase additional parts. So like you can't fuck with your differential until you upgrade your differential. Brakes, same deal. You know, sway bars. And upgraded sway bars give you more control, or, you know, more extreme control over how you want that stuff to go. Doesn't look like there are too many other parts we can put in right now.
So there is some degree of parts making a difference.
Oh yeah, the parts definitely make a difference in terms of your speed and stuff like that. But it's, you know, and you know, the tires have drift and handling characteristics and balance and all that sort of stuff here.
But so it's all going to manifest in that slider ultimately, though?
But ultimately, that slider seems like the thing that really changes the way your car handles.
Right.
You know, speed and launch and acceleration and all that sort of stuff comes out of these customizations.
Okay. That seems all right. That seems like about the level of tuning that I would want to engage with.
Yeah, it's kind of just enough to where you can do it. So, you know, I can buy additional cars. It seems like you'll generate heat on a car that will make the cops not like you, so it might make sense to have multiple cars at some point. I haven't really found a reason to buy one, but, you know, if we just want to go through the list here and see what's here, I would buy a GT86.
Yeah.
That's the car I have. There's also an AE86 in here, which I would certainly consider picking up one of those. But, you know, these kind of like rally cars and stuff that are in here, like I don't like BMWs, never have. So, you know, there's that stuff. And it's like whatever. NSX, I might pick up an NSX in this game. They have the Porsche license, so they would put the Porsche in here. And at some point, like, you know, you just get above a certain price in this game, and the cars just go into, you know, GTRs and Corvettes and you know, the Viper and that
Classics.
sort of stuff. Like it gets up to this like Ferrari level of like, you know, that's not why I'm in a game like this. Like I think you have to have some of that stuff in a driving game. But I think I wish that this car list biased more in favor of kind of tuners and making, you know, hot cars out of stock cars.
Is that stuff, the high end stuff, just too exotic?
It's too exotic for me. Like it's not interesting to me in a game like this. Like that's why I would go to a game like Forza if I wanted to drive exotics and stuff like that. Like there's no, like that's not part of my car fantasy. But you know, I think that's a pretty personal thing. All right. So let's see. I don't know if there's much else to do.
Is that Ferrari F40? Is that like the one? That's like, is that like the classic Ferrari?
That might be.
Is that the Testarossa?
No, that's a separate,
different one.
Yeah. Testarossa. Or Testarosta, if you're performing a rap song. All right, glad we finally unlocked the ability to paint the damn car.
Yeah, that looks cool. Can't really see your cat, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
We know it's there.
Let's see what events we got here. Drift events, run some roadblocks. I have yet to see a roadblock. It seems like you just have to get in a cop race or a cop chase and stay there for a good long time before that matters. Let's do this sprint race. But yeah, I don't know if there's a sense of like racing against other human players that's like easy to get into unless you're like playing with friends and kind of specifically building that. Because, you know, there are other players in this game and I'm starting a race, but I've yet to see a pop-up that says, hey, this other player is starting something, do you want to join?
Right.
Or like I just
like something that would lead you into a multiplayer scenario.
The way that stuff works is super non-obvious, and I like that was one of my main problems with the previous game. So it's kind of frustrating that that's not, that they took an extra year and this doesn't seem like it fixes the core of what the problems were with the last Need for Speed. Oops. But again, like it's one of those things where it feels like, you know, like right now, having played it for a few hours, there's that feeling of like, wait, am I missing something? There's got to be kind of more to it than this, right?
I was going to ask if you feel like you're waiting for something to happen.
I totally am.
Like story-wise, even.
Yeah,
just like,
you know, because these characters are not the main characters. Like
right.
if you see, you know, the way they kind of assign people to disciplines, these guys are assigned to disciplines, but they're all talking in awe of these other people.
Right.
And so at some point, I imagine they start to factor more into things. But so far, it's been kind of flat.
Well, that sounds promising. Maybe it actually will open up at some point and
yeah.
stuff will happen. Better watch out. It looks like the sun's about to come up.
That was a pretty ridiculous thing for a car to just do right there, physics-wise. But Need for Speed-wise, that's exactly what I want that car to do.
It makes perfect sense.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
So we'll be... All right.
Just throw
all right,
you back on the road.
We only dropped a second there. That's not too bad. I like that it spawned that guy in above the road,
yeah.
so that his car did not get stuck in the road.
Has that happened?
That is no, but that is why things spawn in above the world in a lot of video games.
Okay, sure.
Also, most of these races, I don't have to win.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, to proceed in the story, it doesn't actually matter. I just race the event, and it'll be like, all right, cool, and check it off.
Get the points that you get, and then that's it?
Yeah.
Weird.
There are some that are like finish top 2 and have those kind of requirements, but it seems like a lot of these are just like, whatever, man, go race. It's about the joy of cars or something.
It's about being present in the moment.
It's about fist bumps.
Yep.
Or as you said, being present in the moment, which is, as it turns out, fist bumps.
So manifests in the yes, in the art of the fist bump.
One fist bump at a time. Every time you level up, one more fist bump.
What is the sound of one hand fist bumping?
Manu will eventually tell us, I have a feeling. We win.
Yay! All right.